Hi, I'm Anthony Massingham. I am the lead programmer at Prideful Sloth working on Go-Go Town. For those who don't know what Go-Go Town is, it's a cozy, chaotic city manager where you hire workers, you fit out shops, and you make tourists happy, essentially. It has nice blends of cozy and chaos. So, going to do a little bit of technical stuff first before. So this is sort of a tale of something we discovered while we were working on the game. So a little bit of technical stuff first. So under the hood, Go-Go Town uses a custom ECS system. So it's an entity component system, which means that we have actors or entities which have components on them, and then systems perform operations using that component data. So we then further break that down and we have archetypes. So for example, we have an actor type that is an agent actor type. Agents can be players, it can be NPCs, it can be animals. We also have other archetypes like vehicles and props and those sorts of things. And this is how we might define one of those. So this is the cow agent. So you can see the list of all the modules there. That defines the component data, and then that depends, how the systems can interact with that actor. So this is what we discovered when we were implementing a new feature. So we were implementing a wave where the player walks near a character, the character will give them a little wave, bring a little life into the game, make it feel a bit happy. When we did some testing though, this is what we discovered. Not exactly what we were expecting. So, it's a little weird, right? Yeah. Why is this happening to me? So the first thing, whenever you find any bug, you've got to figure out what's going on. So we break it down. Obviously, the new feature we implemented was the wave. The wave is an emissive action. The player emits a wave action. The wave action will then collect any actors within the radius. It'll validate those actors, and then it will trigger the wave. This is an example of how that might be set up. You can see the arc radius there, and then you can see that it's an emission, and you can see it's acting on valid actor type. So that's part of the validation. Then it runs a specific piece of logic, which is this here, which will do an NPC emote, and then it will trigger an actor event, which is a wave action. So we have a type restriction on the actor type. We have an actions module restriction, which is required to run logic on an actor. We have an actor event module restriction, which requires that the actor can perform events, and we have an animation module restriction so they can perform the animation. So let's think about that. Do players have all of those? Absolutely. Players can wave. What about tourists and townies and NPCs? Yep. Cows and chickens. Yes. Yes, cows and chickens have all of those things as well. So generally in this sort of situation, my first question is, what are we going to do about it? Is it broken? Is it broken? No. The animation's a bit wonky, all right? It's not broken. The animation's a bit wonky. The cow stands up, gives a wave. It's a little weird. But it's not game breaking. So then I have to ask myself, is it fun? Yeah, it's kind of hilarious. And it fits the whimsical nature of the game. The thing about Go-Go Town is it's got this sort of silly vibe to it. So it actually works quite well. So then I've got to think about, okay, what am I going to do about it? First thing I could do is I could fix it. That's the boring solution. I'm going to lean into it. But the first solution might not be the best. So what we realized pretty quickly is that the wave action is a non-blocking action. The actors will perform it while they are moving. Having a cow stand up and wave while it's moving is a little bit awkward, but we did have another feature that we were implementing that would actually work perfectly, and this is the one video that I don't think will play, unless I'm really lucky. Yes! We got a high five. So the player can request a high five, which is an opt-in action as opposed to an ambient passive action. And that's what we did. So we went and we added the ability to high-five every critter in the game that we could think of. So we got cows, we got chickens, we got garbirds, we got the whole set. And the aftermath, people really liked it. We had people, calling out the fact that they could high-five every animal. We had people saying, always high-five the chicken. And the game-breaking bug was too OP. So, in conclusion there, just because something might appear broken and might be a bug doesn't mean you should immediately nix it. Listen to your game, see what your game is telling you, and see if it fits into your vision, because your game, you never know what you might discover when you implement features in a game. And, who knows what you might want to add next. Yeah. All right, thank you very much.